Hello, welcome back to another video with Justin Low Stocks. So today I wanted to touch on a bit more of a touchy subject, which is what I get. A lot of people sometimes look at me when I tell them I want to do this full time eventually. They look at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. And I just wanted to explain and show you the potential of what you can get out of stock trading if you do choose to pursue it. So I think a lot of people, the problem with trying to learn to trade is it's a long journey. Don't get me wrong, you're probably not going to be making some decent money, maybe even you might be losing money for a full year until you start actually understanding how to do it. But I think people just give up too quick, and it's because they don't fully understand the potential that you can get with stock trading. So to try my best to show you, I have my good old trusty calculator, and I'll go off the exact same trade I did last night. So I short sold this. So just quickly before I start that, look at the stock, right? Look at the big movements it's done. It's moved massively, and this is the part I caught. From that arrow to that arrow, I caught such a small amount of this move, and I still made a decent amount of money, and I only had a small position as well. If you caught on one of these bigger moves, you could be laughing, but I'll go off my exact trade I did yesterday. Alright, so I short sold at 8.44, and for this instance we'll just say I covered at this second one, 7.77. I covered half here and half here, but just to make the maths easier, we'll say I covered at this bottom one. Okay, so I'm going to show you how much money I actually put into this position. So I shorted it at 8.44, and I shorted it with 200 shares. So that's 200 times that by 8.44. So the position that I shorted was worth $1,688. Whether or not that's a big position or a small position, that's up to you to decide. I'm not here to tell you that. I think it's small personally. Like for most people, it's maybe a week and a little bit's wage, maybe 2 weeks' wage. I don't know if you find that a big risk or not, but everyone has different risk tolerances. So that was the position size. I bought there and I covered at $7.77, and it worked out to be $120 US profit. Now, for you in Australia, like me, $120, it's roughly I think $160 Australian dollars. Okay, do the conversion yourself if you want. And that is with a $1,688 position within 4 minutes. So it took me 4 minutes, $1,688 position to make 160 Australian dollars or 120 US dollars. Okay, so just basic maths here. Let's times that by 2. Let's say I did a $3,376 position. It would have been equivalent to shorting 400 shares. How much money would I have made? I would have made 240 US dollars, which should probably go to 320 Australian dollars. Again, in 4 minutes. Is $3,000 a very big position for you? For some, if you're trying to save your money, you might already have that much money in the bank. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know how much you save. And I'm not telling you to be a beginner trader, go out and short with this size positions. I'm just saying if you actually spent time trying to learn how to trade and you actually understood how to do it, if you had that much capital willing to invest, you could, if you learnt how to trade, have made $320 in 4 minutes in one day. 4 minutes in one day. If you did that 5 days a week, that equals to a fairly decent wage for only working, let's say, half an hour a day. So yeah, like I said, people think what I say when I mean I want to do it full time. I don't think they fully understand how much some of these stocks moves and what percentages they move, and that's why I wanted to show you. And so that I would say is starting to get to a decent sized position. $3,300 position is starting to get up there. But let's say you're a wealthier person, you have more to invest. Let's times that by another 2. Now we're at a $6,750 position again, and you might already have that in the bank willing to invest. If you times that by 2 again, what were we up to? So with that, if you'd done the same trade with that size position, $6,752 position would have been equivalent to 800 shares, and you could have made $640 Australian. So 640 Australian dollars in 4 minutes. That's the goal. That's where I want to end up being. So if I can make that, if I can do it, I'm an apprentice. I don't make much money, and I understand people are all in different circumstances, but if I can learn how to trade, you can learn how to trade. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying jump in and do $6,700 positions. Some people have different risk and comfort levels. If you just want to be trading $1,000 positions like I did yesterday, or $1,600 positions, great. You can still make 160 bucks in 4 minutes. You do that 2-3 times a week, that's a significant amount of extra cash you have a week. You're not going to be able to live off it, but I'm sure that'll get some of you out of a hole and help you save more every week. And that's what this is about. And once again, I just want to stress that I didn't even catch the biggest part of the move. What if I held it all day, and I shorted it in the same spot around the 840, and it ended up coming down we'll say even 640 I cover. Let's say I cover around here. Not even the lowest it's been on the day. So if you did a 400 share position, which will go 400 times 844. So if you did a $3,376 position and it dropped to the 640 mark, or you had 400 shares, 400 times $2 per share, that's $800 you would have made. $800. That's a lot of money, and that's where I'm trying to drill into you how important it can be to learn stock trading, because it can change your life. It mind boggles me that people aren't willing to learn this because they think it's too hard. But you give it 2-3 years, yeah, okay, 2-3 years seems like a long time, but if after 2-3 years you started making 500 to 1,000 bucks a week on the stock market, would it be worth it? Only you can answer that for yourself. And I'm not here to tell you it's an easy road. I'm not telling you it might not be for you. You might just have trouble understanding how it works. I don't know. People are wired differently, but I'm confident that most people who try to learn stock trading would be able to pick it up within about 2 years. If you want to change your life, I suggest at least trying. At least try starting. You can use paper trading accounts. Paper trading accounts, you use fake money. So the markets still move the exact same way as they do in real life, but instead you're placing your trades with fake money. Do that for 6 months or a year. It takes a bit of motivation to do it, but who knows? You might be a natural. You might be able to pick it up in a few months and show in your fake money that you're making a few $1,000s a week. There's endless potential. The only thing that'll limit how much you can make off the stock market is how much you're willing to learn and how much you're willing to invest or risk. A quote I heard, and it was very, very true in my opinion, and that's the more you learn and the more you try to increase your knowledge on how something works, the less risk you're taking. So that's the whole idea. As you learn more and as you're putting more time into learning the markets and how to trade, then you can start increasing your position sizes, which is putting more money in, but your risk doesn't increase because your knowledge is increasing. So you know to cut your losses quickly. You know to take your profits when you should take your profits. Because if you jump in tomorrow and start doing $5,000 positions, you're going to lose a lot of money. I can tell you straight up, you lose a lot of money. You might get a few lucky wins, who knows, but majority will lose most of their money. But if you use your knowledge and you use your understanding, I've been doing this for 6 months now and I'm still not a good trader. But you got to be patient, you got to be persistent. If you keep learning, see how well it takes you. I can tell over the 6 months I've been doing it, I am getting better. I'm not losing as much money. I am having more green days, more green weeks. I'll get there in the end, and I think most of you would be able to as well. But you need to start. Instead of, yeah, I'll get around. No, start. Start now. Worst case scenario, use paper money. Use the fake accounts and just start learning. Start the knowledge, and you never, like I said, you never know how far it can take you depending on how knowledgeable you get with the markets and how much you're willing to risk. So I just wanted to put this video out there to try to encourage more of you to actually take action, actually do something about it. Don't just sit there and go, yeah, you know, it's a good idea, I don't have the time for it. Well, now I've just shown you. I just showed you straight up on the calculator, if you're willing to risk 5 grand in a stock like this where I didn't even profit off the biggest move on the day, you can still make $500-600 in that 10 minutes. You can lose it if you're not knowledgeable or if the market doesn't go your way, but it's like it's about consistency. So if you're risking $100 to make $200 and you lose one, you win two and you lose one, okay, you're still going to have red days, but you're going to be going up more than you're going down, and that'll overall end up profitable. And yeah, like I said, I showed you with that. I showed you the maths. You can make a decent amount of money off stock trading. It's all relevant to how much you want to risk. And I just wanted to use this to stress to those of you who watch my videos and go, yeah, you know, it's a good idea and whatever, but how far can you take it? Well, I've just showed you how far you can take it. If you want to do it, do it. Who wants to, I don't know, some people like working a lot. I don't want to work 40 hours a week. Why would I want to work 40 hours a week when I can do this in the future when I get better, and I can work half an hour to an hour a day and profit more than I would at a 40-hour per week job? That's my mentality. You can think I'm nuts, that's fine, I really don't care, because I will make it one day. And you know, I just think more of you need to realize that you can change how things are going. Yeah, I've stressed for you to, again, take action. It can be done, but you have to put in the effort. 2 years in the scheme of things is not a long time, and I promise you, within 2 years you will start recognizing patterns. You will start being able to make money. You'll start having the green weeks where you're making money over a week. You start having the green months where you're making money over a month. And then before long, who knows how far you're willing to take it. You might be able to stop work too. No one will be able to tell you that except for yourself and how much time and effort you put into this. So I just wanted to put that out there, because that's something a lot of people have told me, especially in the past, and it really gets me irritated, because it's there, the mass is there, it makes sense, and it can be done. So go out and do something with it. So if you want to learn and if you want to start your journey, go to my YouTube channel, go to my Facebook page, Justin Low Stocks. Start learning. If you have questions, actually comment questions, and I can help you answer them. I'll do my best to help you become a successful trader. But yeah, you got to want to do it yourself. I can't force you, no one can force you. You got to want to put in the time and put in the effort. So thanks very much for listening to this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.